Good morning, students. Sorry for the inconvenience which happened in the last class. Okay, so you might have studied regarding what is economics, the definitions which is given by the different economists, correct? And different basic concepts you must have studied. That is consumer, producer, seller, employee, employer, and all you must have studied. Correct. In this class, we'll discuss regarding ordinary business of life. What is economic problem? Why economic problem arises? We'll get very much closer to the subject. Okay. So what is this ordinary business of life? So you can ask me, ma'am, what is this ordinary business of life? The everyday activities is called as ordinary business of life. Yes, students. Correct. Economics is nothing but it is a study of mankind in the ordinary business of life, which is told by the Alfred Marshall. So the individual and the social action or the social life of action, which is closely connected with buying and selling of the goods. That is the use of the material requirements. That is itself is called as ordinary business of life. Yeah, that it is called as ordinary business. Say, for example, you go to a particular shop, you buy or a bakery. Okay, you go to a bakery in order to buy some cakes or puffs or whatever it is, whatever you want to have at biscuits, breads, plum cakes, whatever it is, you pay in a written amount that it is called as ordinary business of life. You're going to buy a material stuff in order to satisfy yourself. So that is called as ordinary business of life. Whatever it is, you go to a particular other shops, you buy something else for your family. That it is also called as ordinary business of life. Any activity which is undertaken for monetary values is called as economic activity. Any activity which is undertaken for monetary purpose is called as economic activity. Without money, then it is called as non-economic activity. Your parents are doing a house chores, that is non-economic activity, wherein there is no monetary transaction, correct? So where the monetary transaction takes place, there arises the economic activity. Okay. Then what is this? Why the economic problem arises? Where it arises? What is this economic problem? Economic problem is nothing but it is a problem of choice. Which one to select? Which one to opt? Which one to buy? That is called as what is economic problem is a problem of choice or allocation of scarce resources. The scarcity is very important. Scarcity is very important word because scarcity is the root of all economic problems. Due to the scarcity, there arises the economic problem. The resources have alternative uses, which is why the problem of choice arises. Okay, the resources have alternative uses, which can be used for something else. The particular resources can be used for something else, which is why the problem of choice arises. Okay, next is why the economic problem arises. You can ask me why it arises, ma'am. When we have abundant amount of items or materials. No. Say, for example, you can go to a railway station. In a ticket counter, you find a long queue. Then a few people say that they are in a waiting list, and few people do not even find the tickets itself. That is what economic problem of scarcity. Scarcity. We don't have tickets, ample amount of tickets, because we have n number of population in our country and we cannot satisfy the wants of all the people because resources which is available is very limited. Correct? Or else you go to a bus or you want to travel from one place to other place, which takes overnight journey, and you want to take a ticket prior hand. When you go up and find a ticket, you will not be able to find it. Or else you go to a cinema theaters, you will not find a ticket sometimes. Or day-to-day activities wherein few commodities are also in shortage. You go to a particular shop, you wanted something else, some stuffs you want, you won't find it. That is called shortage, scarcity. Scarcity is nothing but shortage. We don't have that amount of resources to satisfy the wants of all the human beings. Correct? So why the economic problem arises? As I told you, the resources for satisfying human wants are limited. Clear? The resources for satisfying human wants are limited. So collectively we want more than what is there. Okay. So economics helps to determine the use of scarce resources to satisfy the most important wants. So we are supposed to prioritize our wants. We are supposed to prioritize our wants. Which wants has to be satisfied first. And next one is what? So first is basics, then comes the comfort, then comes the luxury. So that is how we are supposed to prioritize. Most important wants have to be satisfied. So economics helps to determine the use of scarce resources. Okay. So economics. So in general, we can call it as economics, the study of choice. Okay. Thank you.